Okay, this is the master cylinder for a 1940 Chevy. It's been cleaned up a little bit. This is where the pedals go, pedal shafts. And on each one of these they have a slot. So one pedal goes here and the other one goes into here. And to keep them locked in here, there's a pin with these small grooves, not grooves, with the small metal pieces which slide onto the slot right there. And there is, so when this is placed into the master cylinder, this piece right here keeps these pedals from sliding back and forth. This piece right here slides into the master cylinder and then is held in by this nut. Now it has a screw on the front of it, mine's brass, which can be removed and a grease fitting can put it in there. You can then put grease in here and the grease will follow down the little hole and surround the bushings with some grease for both the top and the bottom. You can then remove the grease plug and put grease fitting and put this plug in, and then insert and seal it off again. Now, for the actual master cylinder itself, this is the piece right here, the pedal link, which allows you to push in and out to force the fluid from the master cylinder into the slave cylinders. Now these are the springs. Notice this one has a bunch of holes in it. This right here is the end where the brake fluid goes, and this will connect then to all of the slave cylinders. This has in it a fitting which has a hole in it, as you can see here, and that hole allows the brake fluid to pass into this block, which is then hooked up to the sending unit to let you know if you have any pressure or not. So you'll have this piece, the brass washer, copper washer. Put the brass piece on. Secondary copper washer. This then slides in, screws in to our outlet, and then our sending unit simply screws onto the end like that. This outlet has a rubber washer on it. The spring with all the holes in it sits on the end so that the fluid goes through the holes and then out the outlet. Okay. There's a rubber cup that sits on the front end of the spring, and that gets pushed by this piston. And notice that there are holes in the piston so that it can move back and forth, which is then pushed by our pedal link. Now, because of the direction of the cups, it's best to slide all of these in from the back side. So first I'll slide the piston in. First I'll slide the piston in. I'll slide the cup in, making sure that the flat end goes against the piston. I will then put the spring in. And you can see it's starting to come out the front here. The pedal link is held in by a retaining clip. So I'll put that in first. Simply slide that in. There we go. Then I'll put the piston in. Notice the direction of the rubber. I will then put the secondary one in. I'll put the spring in. And then I will put the end in. And then I will put the copper washer around the end. And then I will put that in. Snug that up, put my sending unit on, snug them up, as you can see. Seems to work okay. This is the cover for your reservoir. Here's the gasket. insert the nuts or the bolts with the appropriate lock washers. And making sure that our stopper has a washer around it. I then have a rubber seal to put around the pedal link to keep the dust and dirt out of that. And you should be good to go.